What's up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and this is a special edition of That's a Shoot. This is my WWE Super Showdown review. It happened here in the States on Saturday morning. Early Saturday morning, about 4 o'clock. I was not able, I did not watch it live. That's why there was no rapid reaction. But I did, when I did wake up around 9 o'clock, I did catch it, starting from the beginning all the way through the end. I took notes, so I wanted to review it for y'all. So let's go ahead and let's kick off the review. SmackDown Tag Team titles are on the line. It's New Day faced the Bar, kicked off the show, and this was tag team formulaic. I think there's a certain way that you do a tag team match, and it's been done for years, and it's worked out. Now, over time, new things have been done, and there are different ways to do it, but you really can never go wrong, at least in my opinion, by doing it the old way, where one of the good guys gets his heat. He gets heat from the bad guys, and then they make the hot tag to the other good guy, and then you go from there. And if you do it right, and and both teams are similarly over, it's bound to be a very good and entertaining match. And that's what this was. It is what it is, and that was very, very interesting to see what they did with this. I love the finish, the backstabber into the coup de grace from Kofi Kingston, and it was a 1, 2, 3 in the finish, and New Day still retains the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I had it at 3 stars. It was a fun way to kick off the show. Surprisingly, the next match was the SmackDown Women's Championship between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, and I thought this would have been lower down on the card, but we have so much other good things going on. It's kind of hard to do it. Although I think Charlotte and Becky may be the best thing that they have going on. So that's just very, very interesting. And so what happened is that we had a DQ. We had Charlotte Flair put Becky Lynch in the figure 8, and Becky had her title, and she hit Charlotte with the title. And it really is starting to piss me off how much she is without a doubt a heel, without a doubt. But other than that first night, she's not like done the crowd, just talk to the crowd, or she's not, she's not tried to, she has tried to be a heel, but she's not going the way where she needs to go to be that heel, and I'm starting to be frustrated with it. I really am, because they for years have not, listened to the fans when it came to Roman Reigns or John Cena or any of these other guys, but they want to now listen for Becky Lynch. So we're not gonna treat her like she's gonna do healer stuff, but we're gonna just no. It's I'm very sick and tired of this. As for the match was what I thought the match at Hell in a Cell was going to be. It was a fight. This was a fight. This was not the match at Hell in a Cell was a wrestling match. It was a wrestling match to see who was the better wrestler. This was a fight, and this was a fight to see, to retain the title and to regain the title. That's what this was, and but you got yourself be cubed to Becky Lynch. It was 3 3.25 star, so that's good enough. I really think that that they were probably trying to, one of the things that they called the Greatest Royal Rumble was that they called the Greatest Royal Rumble a glorified house show. And there's a possibility that that's going to be the same thing for Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel is going to be a glorified house show. Um, but this kind of seemed like a glorified house show, but it also kind of seemed like they were actually trying to do a pay-per-view because Michael Cole said the first time since 2002 since they have been in Australia. So, but yeah, second opening match, Charlotte Flair wins by DQ. So the next match is the John Cena and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Elias match. And once again, it's what I talked about the first time. In a lot of these tag matches, it was formulaic. There was nothing special about it. There was nothing. They didn't try to do big things. And by the way, if you see my glove, I'm just wearing my glove because it's football season. The Bears are back, so don't get my Bears shirt obviously. So, but don't think nothing else of it. But yeah, and they were and and a lot of the tag matches were formulaic. For the most part, the tag matches. And this one's the same one. This one was Bobby Lashley taking the heat and everything like that, and then you get the hot tag to Cena. Cena did the 5 moves of doom, and then he did his 6th move of doom, whatever that move is, whatever that back fist he ever did, and he beat Elias and 1, 2, 3, and then he got on the mic and he thanked everybody. He didn't know how long he was gonna have, but he would thank everybody for having to come back and. Made a lot of talk about his hair. It looks like he has hair obviously for a movie role, but he's also got a little bit of a bald spot. Up there. So I have no idea what John is doing and thinking. As for John's future, I mean, listen, it's John does continue to move on with he is wanted for movies just like The Rock was. So and I think I think he probably now gets. He probably didn't get it when he was younger. Why Rocky left, but he obviously knows why now. Why The Rock left, and I think what he should actually do, is that he should actually, come back for one last match. The Rock has never done that. The Rock, he had the scene. It was that 3 thing deal where they were going to. He's going to come back for WrestleMania. Was it WrestleMania 27? WrestleMania 27. Down in Atlanta, and he was going to be the host for that one. Get involved in the match. And then we're going to have John Cena and The Rock at WrestleMania 28 in Miami, and then WrestleMania 29 in New York, New Jersey, where this year's WrestleMania is going to be at MetLife Stadium. It was going to be John Cena and The Rock again. And and he's come back. He had that little bullshit thing he did with Eric Rowan at 32, but yeah, but he's never had that one last match. And there's a part of me that wants The Rock to have that one last match, but if The Rock never came back and wrestled, I'd also be fine too. Then let's go ahead and let's put him in the Hall of Fame as well. Let's go ahead and celebrate him and do that. But for John Cena, I think John Cena would like he would like and he should have that one last match. He really should, because I think that I think for all of the consternation over John Cena and all of the ridiculousness that has been said about John Cena over all of the years, I think the one thing you can always say about John Cena is that he's been there and he's put his body on the line. He's had surgery. He's had things on his elbow. You remember that, and he tore his pectoral and he came back in record time to make the Royal Rumble. He's done all of this, right? He's done all of this just so he could, you know, perform for our entertainment. So, I think one last match, just so that we can give him a proper send off, because he does deserve the thing during the Roman Reigns and match he had last year. Where at the end they decided there was a thank you Cena chant. That deserves to be real. That deserves to be real and loud and echoed from the entire arena. So yeah. So hopefully that does happen. Anyway, like I said, Cena and Lashley won the match. It was 3 1/4 star. Again, tag team formulaic at its best. Now this match was not. This was the Iconics versus Naomi and Asuka, and or the Empress Glow, as they call themselves. This is again, like I said before, in one of my other That's Shoots. And by the way, just in case you hadn't seen my little handheld video I did, I'm going to continue to do That's Shoots for the Mae Young Classic. To give you my reviews on that. Obviously, this is That's a Shoot, but for the near future, and I did say until Friday, November 2nd. However, Friday, November 2nd is also that's also that Crown Jewel pay-per-view. So we'll have to see if I get one done for that or not. So it's either going to be November 2nd or November 9th. I'm going to revamp That's a Shoot. I'm going to try to do it differently, guys. I felt like it was kind of almost similar to what other YouTubers, wrestling YouTubers, or YouTubers who talk about wrestling, the way they do their little segments, and I thought it was very similar. So I want to try to make this unique on my own, so that when I do, when I do it every week, it's you can't say, well, he's trying to he's stealing, from him. I never don't want that. And I wasn't accused of it by anybody, but I want to clip it in the bud before, I do. So anyway, the Iconics take on Naomi and Asuka, and what I was getting to was that, I said in a previous edition of my of That's a Shoot, that this is obviously going down the road of the women's tag team titles. We are going to at some point have a women's tag team title in the Iconics, and Naomi and Ing and Sasha Banks and Bayley and Alicia Fox, and either Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. Someone, what's her name, Nia Jax and Ember Moon are getting close. So, and all these other ones, the Bella Twins, the Riot Squad, I think all of those are going to be like, a part of it probably in some form or fashion. So that's very interesting. But this match was not tag team formulaic because the heels were the hometown people. So this was like almost like a face type of thing. So, and neither team seemed to be on their crap. They really didn't. They really didn't seem to be on their game tonight. I'm not sure. Maybe because the Iconics, their first time wrestling in front of their hometown, their family and their friends, so they're a little nervous, and that maybe makes Naomi and Asuka maybe a little nervous as well. But they want to put on they want to help make them look good in their hometown. So it doesn't click. I had it at 2.5 stars. The Iconics did win, shockingly. Shockingly, they did win. Maybe because they're not going to go back to Australia for another 16 years. So maybe that's why. But anyway, it went. Iconics won the match. The WWE Championship is along the line next. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. It's no disqualification. There must be a winner, no count out. And again, you know, maybe we have too much expectations. You know, for some of these guys, we have too much expectations for AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. They've done this for so long, and you know, so and maybe there's just no more chemistry anymore. I'm not sure, but no, my original rating was 4 2/4 stars, but I actually think for 2/4, 4 4 1/4 stars. But actually, I'm going to take it down to 3 3/4 stars. It was more likely like that. It picked up close to the end. I like the little psychology at the end where uh, AJ put Samoa Joe through a table. He hurt his knee. He was trying to get that calf crusher, and he finally got the calf crusher locked in, and Samoa Joe tapped out. So I like that ending. There was definitely some other parts that was not, you know. But listen, what can you do? There also could have been like maybe some jet lag in all of these people. There could have been like some jet lag. So I think that was maybe part of the thing as well. So I don't know, but the thing is that AJ Styles retains his world heavyweight championship, and I think that is going to go on to the future. I think that is a good thing. However, what happens later on in the night kind of makes me wonder what went down. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, AJ Styles wins the WWE Championship match, gets revenge for all of the heinous activity Samoa Joe was doing to him and his family. So we have next the Riot Squad taking on the Bella Twins and Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Um, you can see they're setting up. They're setting up Nikki Bella and Ronda at the very start. The two they were kind of arguing about who they were going to start, right? Who was going to start the match? And finally, Ronda relented, and she left up. And then for a while, it was just the Bella Twins were just tagging each other, right? They were just tagging each other. So finally, when Ronda gets the tag, and it's all hell, and she is going does what she does best. She would be a fantastic title holder, tag team title person. You know, especially with the fact that that's exactly what she's made for. She's made for the hot tag, getting in there and kicking ass, especially at this point. Although I think she was definitely going to be better. So if they wanted to, if they wanted to like kind of screw her, they could put the tag title on her and Natalia or whoever would be a partner. They would hold the tag titles for forever. That's perfect for her. Again, this was formulaic. Both Nikki and Bree played face and pearl, or played Ricky Morton, however you want to call it in the underscore of wrestling. But it was just the hot tag to the thing, and then she ends up putting both Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan in the armbar, and they both tapped out, so Bella Twins won. It was three. I had 3 stars, right? I had 3 stars. Yeah, it was 3 stars. It was again for formulaic. A tag match that is formulaic like that, where you do face and pearl and you do all that other stuff. It's going to be anywhere between 2.5, 2 3/4, and 3.5 stars. It can be anywhere in between that. It just depends on the wrestlers, how long the match is, things like that. So yeah, but when you do it for me late, that's what it's going to be, and that's a perfect range for it too, because that's usually around the average to just above average range when you get into wrestling things. I know WWE 2K19 says that 2 stars is average, so maybe I don't know. Maybe we've been looking at this all the wrong way, but yeah, but yeah. So I would expect now to see some more drama between Nikki and Ronda over the next couple weeks to lead up to them doing Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey at Evolution. Um, but and I was gonna say one more thing about the armbar. And I wonder because she obviously does it differently than when she did it in MMA. When she did it in MMA and UFC, it was like what is his name? Alberto Del Rio way, where he would just rock back and then sit like this, and your arm would be straight like that. I don't know if you can see, your arm would be straight like this. She does it, and I don't know if that's because that she just, she can't, she can't, she doesn't want to hurt the people, so she puts it in a certain way. So she does it and then snaps it like this, and then you're like this, and you tap out. So I wonder if the reason why she does it like that when she kind of bends the elbow is because that she, if she can't do it like the straight way because because she doesn't know how to, do it in a way where it actually won't hurt her and it won't hurt her player, so or her person in the ring. So maybe that's the reason. I don't know, but either way it goes, it doesn't make a difference to me. It's over like Rover, and that's all it needs to be. The Cruiserweight title is on the line as Cedric Alexander, the champion, who they was talking about he hadn't been beat in over a year, or almost a year. So it's 300 and some odd days. He had not had his shoulders pinned to the mat. He's the Cruiserweight champion, won it at WrestleMania. So he was, he has been on a roll. Not as of late, but as, forever. Something like that. And then Australia's own Buddy Murphy was his opponent. And this was a fantastic, exciting match. This is what the Cruiserweight division does for you. I would have liked to have seen this as the opener. In the openers, they would have got the crowd even hot. Especially with the finish. The finish was Buddy Murphy beating Cedric Alexander for the title. And so if you'd have done that, at the beginning of the show, this would have lasted throughout the entire show. That hotness of the crowd. Wow, you get to see, and then you end up with the Iconics winning later. It could have been fantastic, but they decided to put this down in the later part of the show. But absolutely incredible, great matches. Obviously, Buddy Murphy was watching a lot of Kenny Omega. A lot of V triggers in his matches, so he was doing that a lot. He did it 3 or 4 times, which is just basically the jumping high knee. Did that, but I tell you, it was fantastic. I love the way they set it up too, where Cedric did it. He did everything. He did one move, couldn't get him. He did another move, he didn't get it. He did the lumbar check. That didn't work. I also like the fact that Cedric Alexander was kind of getting upset that he was not getting the cheers. The cheers were going to Buddy Murphy, and he was like, "Well, wait a minute now. You should not be, you should be cheering me." And I love it when they have the faces do that. That's great character work. When you don't understand, when you know it happened, but still you understand why, and I love that. So I had it at 4.5 stars. It was the match of the night, without question. And WWE social media should be ashamed of themselves. if I was still doing my show and put over and bury, I might bury WWE social media for not even for they put out a poll. They put out a poll. What was the match of the night at Super Showdown? And they had the Shield versus the Dogs of War. They had Triple H versus Undertaker. They had AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, and they had something else. And everybody in the thing went. everybody in tweeted went under in the thread went. Where's the cruiserweight title match? Cruiserweight title, Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander, because it was the match of the night, and they you know, very good match though, great match actually, 4.5 stars. Speaking of the Shield, we had the Shield going against the Dogs of War, and again, tag team formulaic. Seth Rollins played face of peril. At one point, Roman Reigns accidentally hits Dean Ambrose with a Superman punch, and I think he clocked him real good, because I think at the end of the match you can see Dean Ambrose left side was swelling up real good. So I think he got him real good. And they also did one spot where it was Rollins and Reigns in the ring. The Dogs of War started doing what they did. Then on the other side, this was actually after Roman Reigns had knocked Dean Ambrose accidentally. And for some reason, Dean Ambrose crawls his ass around the ring so that he gets up on the other side. Now, I know why they do that. I know why it was done like that. It was done like that so that the hard camera could get it. But you just have a handheld camera on the other side. So when Dean gets up, you can focus in on him. It didn't make no sense for him to go crawl and go all the way over to the other side. Anyway, that was a good spot, but he did get in the ring and he drop kicked Strowman. They had a big fight. Strowman was getting ready to end Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns came out and speared him through the barricade, which is awesome. We got Dirty Deeds on Dolph Ziggler, and the Shield once again retains. Not they retain. No titles are up for grabs, but the Shield once again proved they are the best. Now, rumors are this still isn't over. We know we get Lesnar, Strowman, Reigns, and Crown Jewels November 2nd. But there's also a theory that at TLC is going to be, it's going to be all titles on the line. Universal title, Intercontinental title, and the tag titles on the line. That triples, that whatever you call it match that happened back in the day between Diesel and Shawn Michaels versus. It also happened with Kane and the Undertaker versus Austin and Triple H. The triple header match, I think it's called. And that's going to be with the Shield, and apparently it's going to be the Shield versus the Dogs of War versus Inner Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match. And all the titles are going to be online. That's what the rumor is. We'll see if they still go with that. That's TLC in December, and there still could be injuries, there still could be other things. You never know. So, but that's how it's supposed to go down. So we're not done with this just yet, but maybe. So now the next match is Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, and I gotta say, I believe they screwed this up. I gotta believe it. This match was short, and it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me. They started the fight. Then they did like each other's moves, and then Bryan throws up Miz in a small package, and the referee counts to 3, and it's over in about 5 minutes. And what? This made no sense to me. This made no sense to me at all. I really do think I have not seen anything online where they said they screwed it up. I have not seen anything else about it. They did have the graphic ready right afterwards for AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan at you know at Crown Jewel. They did have that ready to go, but to me, I can't believe that they would have it. I can't believe it was obviously two things. Either they screwed it up or they were running long, so they cut them. And I just that would be shocking to me if that's exactly what they did. Because to me, once again, it's their own network. Why would you be running long? They went in the WrestleMania. They went about 30, 40 minutes over. Started at 6. Here in Chicago. Roman Reigns was walking up the ramp at 10:40. Damn near almost 5 hours. So I don't see that's what it was, but I don't know. I'm also a little upset that the Miz didn't win because it just makes sense, right? It makes sense to give Miz the opportunity to beat AJ Styles and become the WWE champion, and have Daniel Bryan chase the champion while it be the Miz, right? It just makes sense up the wazoo. So now, maybe the way they're going to do it is that they're going to have Miz cost AJ. They're going to have Miz interfere in that match, and then they're going to have a triple threat match with Miz, and then Miz will get it that way, or whatever. I'm not sure, but for me, I just I didn't like it. Because what you want is you want Daniel Bryan versus the Miz at WrestleMania and some type of match stipulation, Iron Man match, or 2 out of 3 falls match, or just something, street fight, whatever. Hell in a Cell. You want something to end the rivalry once and for all, right? But well, we'll see. I just don't understand it. Kind of sit by itself, whatever. And finally, the main event: Triple H versus The Undertaker. One last time, right? Of course, just like I talked about John Cena and and The Rock was once in a lifetime, and they went the next year. This is supposed to be one last time, and I almost am now certain they're going to wrestle each other again at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view thing. The rumor was that he's gonna be Shawn and Hunter as DX, and then against Kane and The Undertaker as the Brothers of Destruction. So, I originally gave this match 4 stars. I think I'm gonna drop it down to 3.5 because this wasn't as good as it was, and it can't be. Listen, Undertaker he's damn near 60 now. He's damn near 60. Triple H is damn near 50. Listen, for everything that can be done, for those guys, you give those guys credit. There's chair shots and taking doing the bumps and everything like that. It can. But it just doesn't have the epicness that I think they were going for. It just didn't. It just didn't have it. And I think this probably might have reminded some people about Age in the Cage. I actually saw that on social media this past week. So someone has said that this upcoming week, right, was the week that WCW put on Age in the Cage. They did that. I don't know if they did it before or they did it after, but this was before or after the Hell in a Cell um, match between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. So, it's either one or the other, but whatever. So, just listen, again, I give those guys credit for going out there doing what they do. Shawn Michaels, he's almost 60. He's out there, and I don't know how old Kane is, but he's old as hell as well. so, so he's out there doing things, getting put on. He's also a mayor of a county in Tennessee. So, I mean, give him a lot of credit. He doesn't have to do that anymore, but he's still helping out people that his family. So basically, I don't mean like actual family, as in Kane and Undertaker family. I'm talking about like his WWE family. So yeah, so the way the match ended with them, taking a curtain call and doing all of that other things, and then having Undertaker and Kane turn on them and Tombstone, Tombstone Triple H, and then put Shawn through a table. I think that's what it's going to lead up to at Crown Jewel. So yeah, that should be something. All right, so now my final thoughts. This was just an average show. I mean, there was nothing on here that was god awful. There was one thing on here that was great. The rest of the stuff was average. I mean, I've got matches between three and a half, 3 and 3/4 stars going down the line. So yeah, I mean the women's tag match between the Iconics and Naomi and Asuka was, like I said, it wasn't all there, but like I said, it was watchable. The Daniel Bryan Miz thing, I had it at 1 star. I don't even know if I should even give it a star rating because it really seemed like they fucked up, they fucked that ending up. So whatever that is, and yeah, like you said, the cruiserweight match was fantastic. So yeah, it's average, So and this is also like one of the things why I think you can maybe say that this was a glorified house show, because there was nothing on here that was nothing on here that was spectacular. Because you think it was a normal pay-per-view, you think there would have been something on here that they would, other than the cruiserweight championship match, that would have been outstanding. So, which, by the way, also if you're also counting, this is another pay-per-view. Finn Balor, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton. But those four were not on Hell in a Cell. There were many more that were on Hell in a Cell, but those four put in my mind right now. And they were also not on Super Showdown. Just a thought. Like I'm not saying anything because there's sometimes good wrestlers, can't be on every show. I'm just saying. That's kind of incredible when you think about the kind of talent that WWE has, and just maybe, they may have too much talent. Anyway. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys thought. When you guys watched it, what did you think about it? What match did you like? What match did you didn't like? Did you guys expect something differently from the match? I mean, did you guys, especially those here in America, did you get up early to watch it, or did you watch it later on, like I did? Like you got up at your normal time and watch it at a later date. So at a later time, so that you wouldn't have to try to get up and mess up your sleep and everything like that. Let me know all about it down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell when I bring back That's a Shoot, the regular episodes, and you're not gonna want to miss my Million Classic That's a Shoots for the rest of the shows. Now make sure you do that. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, the glove is off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.